Sound is working? I had no idea. Only I could get the video to work. Well, maybe we need to lower the volume a little bit on my mic than if you're hearing the PC fan. There you go. That's weird. That I get the volume going, but not the video. The sound going, but not the video. Wonder if I gotta hit that? This is what I get from never having done this before. This is why you gotta test it out. Set, that's set. And I can see the chat too, obviously. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I just, YouTube doesn't think that it's connecting with OBS, but obviously OBS is getting the volume, or getting the sound, but not the video. I'm going to try coming back into the YouTube. Oh, wait, maybe? Ha! Maybe. There we go. Now if I can get my OBS to get back to where I can see what I'm seeing. There we go. Alright, is the screen showing now? It's still showing that. It's still showing. The window. Not switching over to. Oh, the game title is up. All right. There we go. Okay, no, that was on delay. Okay, so that part was delaying. Now I'm starting to catch up. Seems like there's a little delay going on. Yeah, but this is definitely a new go for me. Big thing. Sure would be nice to be able to chat and actually have volume instead of having to kind of keep an eye on the type chat. But all right, so OBS looks like it's showing me everything I need to see over here. Yeah, I guess I haven't really. I have watched some of the Friday Night Blitz games, so I've seen a little bit of the streaming. Definitely new, totally new to me. But thank you guys for showing up and being there, so I can know when things are actually showing up and things are working the way they're supposed to work. If I start to get the hang of this, I might try to make it like once on the weekends where I on a regular time where I can pop on and be working out live here. I've got my two screens going. So there we go. Alright. So I do have 5 games going, which is the crazy part for me. I don't normally like having this many games going. I'm a 2 to 3 game type of guy. One of these is just my team's just kind of we're playing around in game, and then I got 3 league games going right now, and then this is our team game. For those that aren't in the Discord, we've got it going, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. We're with the whole club. We need to win this team game, and Zuski says he's got a pretty good game going on his version, and if we can win those 2, then we'll win the match. So this is where we're standing on in our team game. This was a pretty sweet move that if we were facing a chance where the Axis was actually looking at, because we had to give up India, they were threatening to get a round 8 victory city, and we had to move these guys up on round 7 for Russia to prevent it, and it ended up turning around and sweeping all the way to where we're actually stacking Bello now. So pretty excited about this, and we're heading forward on it. I feel like we've got a pretty good strong position now in this game. Nothing for me doing this game. It's I just took my turn on here. It's Zuski's turn. I'm playing the U.S. In this game, and anyways, this is a new format for me to play in the 5-player game, so that one's going pretty fun. But I'm going to get to my league games that I've got going here, and we'll see what we got. So not ranked. We are not going into ranked. Gonna go to my early one, my UK one here. So Paw Patrol, I played Paw Patrol in the league last league season. We went 1-1. We split with each other. I'm laughing in my head that you can hear the PC fan, because if you guys have seen and heard me, my PC is an ancient PC, and it is loud. So, but okay, so we're just getting started on this game. It was an interesting start. I had a really good round 1 with Russia. We had 6 live in West Russia, but I think I had at least an artillery, maybe even infantry lived in Ukraine. So I had a very strong Russia 1, and he came back and he's going with the tank blitz, and he actually took this pretty cleanly. So I want to say he lost like 2 or 3 infantry. Let's see. Yeah, he lost 3 infantry. Yeah, I had an infantry lived there. I had 3 tanks, artillery, infantry, and an AA gun, and he took it with only losing 3 infantry in there. So pretty strong play. This is one of those ones I was like, should I try my KJF into the tank blitz? But I don't think I am. He did have a good C-Zone 7 as well. So I am looking at kind of an interesting play here. Not how I normally go, but I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let the battleship live because I like to let the battleship live and save my resources. But I had to check in with Paw Patrol before I took my turn because I think I'm going to end up putting my sub in. I don't know if it's because of streaming, it's a bit more jumpier. But anyways, I'm going to be putting my sub into C-Zone 37, which I feel kind of sensitive and self-conscious about whenever I do it because it does bring into that case where they can't use their fighters to attack anything without moving their carrier out during combat move because of the sub bug. I never want to take advantage of it, so I actually showed Paw Patrol and since we're on Discord and messaged him what I was thinking about doing and asked him, would he be trying to use his fighters to attack? And he said no. So not attack my carrier at least. And so I feel comfortable with going ahead and going with my move and getting his okay before deciding on it. I don't know what people's thoughts are on this, but it's definitely, some people do not like the taking advantage of the sub bug, but I also think it's kind of it limits the allies too. If I can't put my boat in there, put my sub in there, then it's taking away a potential play. And in this particular case, what I want to do is move my carrier into C-Zone 17. I'm going to have a carrier fighter in here, hopefully. And it would mean he could attack C-Zone 17 from 37 with his 2 fighters, but he would have to put his carrier battleship here. My intention is to have 3 fighters, a sub, and a bomber all facing C-Zone 34. And so I asked him if he would attack with those 2 fighters, knowing that he would have the carrier and battleship and 2 fighters. So the sub bug, one of my viewers said you shouldn't be advertising, you shouldn't let people know about it because don't want it to be exploited. But what it comes to, when I put the sub in C-Zone 37, when it comes Japan's turn, they can't actually attack with their fighters without moving their carrier on the combat move as well. And so I never do it when I think they would want to. If I was them, I would not want to do the attack where, you know what, let's see. I think I actually did because I was trying to figure it out myself. I think I got a hot seat game going where I was doing it to myself because I wanted to see if that was still a thing. System 1. Oh, no. Alright, so I already took the turn, but basically, to use the fighters with the C-Zone 37 during the combat move, I actually had to commit my carrier to 32 to try to attack these boats with the fighter. So if you have a sub in the same zone as your loaded carrier, if you use your fighters to attack, you also have to move your carrier during combat move, is what it boils down to. If they're going somewhere where the fighters would have to be caught by the carrier. So because I was trying to attack C-Zone 33 in this example with the fighter, I had to actually move the carrier. You can see we're in non-combat move now. I had to move the carrier during combat move to 32 to commit to catching the fighter rather than waiting and seeing if the fighter lived or died. And if the fighter died, then being able to move the carrier somewhere else. So in this case, he's forced to bring that carrier into a zone where it would be easily killed, obviously, by all the allied boats there. So really it boils down to putting that. The only time I really run into it is on UK1, where I am moving my sub into C-Zone 37. So in this game, it wasn't actually C-Zone 37, or well, I'm moving the sub into C-Zone 37. It's not the C-Zone by Africa, but actually the Mediterranean, because I want to move my carrier into there. But by bringing the sub into 37, that helps Dead Zone 34 from doing that exact move. And so I like I said, I showed Paw Patrol, and he said no, he's good. He wouldn't attack there. So I thought about trying to do, kill these guys and drop a fleet, because that's what I really wanted to do. For some reason, when I was playing, I actually took the first move on my phone, which is what I hate doing, and I put my 2 Russian fighters down here in Caucasus, which means I don't have the one here, so I can't kill the German transport with a Russian fighter. So I need to use one of my UK guys to do so, and so that leads to a tricky situation where we got 2 subs and a cruiser, and setting up the kill there. C-Zone 11, yeah. that is a. It feels so good when it works, and it hurts so bad when it doesn't, especially if something else goes bad in the other ones. In our duos game with Antron Gold, they did a 4-1-1, so they sent 4 subs to C-Zone 7 and tried to do, or 4 attackers to C-Zone 7 tried to do 1 sub in each 10 and 11, and it ended up failing badly. The battleship ended up living in C-Zone 7. So they got the bug bad on that one. So, but yeah, so because of my goof here, I'm not going to bother trying to drop the fleet. I just want to be a little bit careful here, and so that's what I'm going to end up doing. Is I'm going to build a fighter down here, and I thought about doing fighter bomber, but because he's doing a tank rush, that means we need to get UK fighters at the center of the screen, center of the board as quickly as possible. So I'll be sending a fighter this turn. I'm going to end up giving up Caucasus. I haven't decided if I'm going to strafe. I probably will try to strafe Ukraine. I haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to manage Russia's turn yet. So we're still working on that one. Forget what my whole plan here. All right. Well, anyways, we're going to go with the 3 infantry, 2 fighters. I do know that much. So I think I was considering actually trying to hit these guys. So one of the things that I noticed when he did this is he's got nobody back here in the Italy to pick up with the transport. So the only thing he can use with this transport is usually use artillery next turn or come back and take off of North Africa. He's probably not going to bring units back. With this, I'm going to be bringing this tank down here. So I don't need to attack there. I kind of wanted to, but I don't think I need to do it. Because I'm committing my bomber up this way. I can't really do the fighter, bomber, destroyer, because the other thing too is I'm going to be most likely giving up Caucasus. So if I use the fighter here, I'd have to land the fighter in Caucasus, and I don't really want to do that either. So that's why I'm laying off of the battleship. Do I want to try and take a cheap shot on New Guinea since this transport's just going to get wasted? I do like having my 3 infantry on Australia though. Don't think we will. And I don't think we're going to attack, was this Libya? Algeria? Libya. Yeah, Libya. I think that's just what we're going to go with. The whole reason I was thinking about hitting Libya is this: it just looked good to be able to take out the Germans out of Africa fast and early. But then you always run that risk with Japan going for India. Ooh, my computer's gonna be even slower than normal with the streaming. Really want to hit those 2 subs first round so that if he gets a hit I can lose the destroyer. I had a game recently where I did this and I don't want to curse myself. Okay, there we go, good. Then of course he hit, and then but he saw the sub living, so I had to choose what I wanted to lose. But now we can lose the destroyer. Let me know if it starts showing a extra lag on your guys' side. I'm getting the warning coming up on my computer saying it's getting overloaded. I wonder if I got other stuff going I could close out of. Close the shortcut. There we go. Good deal. Good deal. Thank you. So I have my fighter, and my bomber that can all hit C-Zone 15 next turn. So if he does attack my destroyer with his battleship, otherwise he has to risk a fighter. Bomber, he can't get battleships, so the tank's gonna go through, so we'll have 3. guess he could non-combat move to Egypt. So we'll leave the 4 facing him there. So again, the big thing that I'm looking at here is just the whole fact that he's going to be putting pressure in the center of the board, so the more help we can get up there to help with the tank rush and trying to prevent the stacking of Caucasus, the better. And in particular, it's going to be G2 and G3 where he's had the biggest threat there. We don't want to let him bring in, so 3, 5, we're going to have our fighter, bomber, so we'll have 3 in range, we're going to build 2, that'll give me 3, 5 infantry, 3 planes I can hit here. The most he can bring is a transport, these 3, so I'll have 5 there, so we would easily be good there. Alright, these guys, so we're going to bring our sub into there. Transport's just going to be sacrifice meat for the sub if he wants to. So debating what I want to do with the cruiser. I was thinking about putting him up here to make him risk for it, but there's nothing really that prevents him from moving both guys just right into here. Over here we got a shot at killing, possibly surviving the sub. Here we're probably dead. Yeah, let's give it a try. I think the sub actually has a slight advantage against killing the cruiser, but it was just the transport is a for sure kill. If it's a cruiser, maybe we survive. And I'm not building my sub. I'm not putting any more pressure over here, so the extra cruiser doesn't really do a whole lot of good. Because I'm going to get trapped into 17 when he takes over Egypt, so I'm not going to be able to come back through, at least not on UK2. So, yeah. Never actually played it this way. This is me just being kind of curious. It might not be good for me if he just ends up killing my carrier down here anyways, but anyways, that's good. So yeah, so I got my 2 fighters, got my bomber at the dead zone 15. I've also got fighter, 1, 2, 3, fighter. Yeah, so I have 2 fighters, bomber on 16, so I should have his battleship pinned in for next turn. I guess he could kill the destroyer in non-combat move over to CZ14. But even there, I'll still have 2 fighters, carrier, and actually the bomber will still be able to go because he can't take Gibraltar. So yeah, we should have him good and pinned. Alright. Going to check out my other league game, the one I'm not recording. So my Axis one's one I'm recording, so I'll make sure I'll step off and do that offline so that I make it clean. But we'll check out my game with Dutch Crunch where I'm playing Allies. So now this is, he's been on vacation for a week, so I've been stalling. That's why the releases have been slow. I'm actually one victory city away from losing. Oh, we should be good here. So this is when I was working on, it's been a while since I looked at this game, so it may take me a minute looking here, but I know I was working on keeping a stack in Kaza while also keeping a stack in West Russia. We were able to hold on to Ukraine by throwing that in there. Oh yeah, he had a breakout. I had to use my bomber as a to snipe a tank that was down here. Let's see, we got. So come Japan's turn, he's got a bomber, and he actually has 3 fighters I can hit up here because he's got to go 1, 2, 3 and land in Finland. But we should be, I mean, we should be fine. We've already got 5 Americans here, so the UK should be free to do what they need to. There are no transports up there for them to kill. So the question is, can we bring the UK into potentially 5 guys? He's got 5 fighters. Yeah, we could potentially come into C-Zone 5 and hit these 3. Do I have 3? I mean, I only have 2 transports. Oh no, I do have 3 transports, okay. So we could hit these 3 guys. I need to double check what I need to have for holding on to here though, if I can spare a couple fighters or not. I don't think I can actually. I think I need the fighters to stay down here. Let's see, this is J6. So 12, 4, 1. He's got 5 fighters and a bomber. Yep, that's what I got. So I need, per my calculations, from my calculator that I had saved before, 6 infantry, artillery, 6 tanks, and a fighter. So my 6 tank needs to come up here. 8 fighters. So yeah, I can't spare the UK guys. So either can stay in 8 or just move everything to 3. So 6168, 6168. Well, it'll be blue a little longer. Let's see. Actually, I got 7 infantry, so I got an extra infantry. I wonder. So if we did 7 infantry, 7 fighters instead, how's that look? It's still pretty good. Can we pull it off with 6 fighters? That'd be extra. 46, 62, so he couldn't even do really a 1-round strafe real well. Yeah, we might be able to pull off this C-Zone 5 after all. Oh wait, gonna kill me on the timer here. How bad does it look if I do 6? Seven, 1, 6. 6 fighters, because what I want to do is I want to use 2 fighters here on Burma if I can. I did just 1, I could bring him up here, and that would make 9. I could send 2 of them up here, would take it back to 7. So the 7 we know is safe, but I'd have to use just 1 fighter on Burm right here. What's it look like? Still a negative value there. Wonder. I get a lot of expensive units in there, so really a mid-round strafe could be positive. Yeah, see, that's starting to level out a little bit. But you have to be willing to go through that first round of me getting about 10 hits and him getting, 7 or 8 hits. So that's a little bit tight. What do I need for holding India, I wonder? So we'll build our 3 infantry for India to start with. So if we have 3 infantry, we don't have the fighter, we don't have the tank. What if we sent 3 guys? I built 3, that would give me 5, 2, and AA is what I'd have sitting here. He'd have 5, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully not the 2 fighters. So hopefully if we take that, then he wouldn't have any of the fighters or bombers, but if we don't take it, then he would have 5 infantry, potentially 1 or 2 artillery. But we are talking about the fact if he does take it, that would be game, because he would actually have the victory cities. So I need to be careful about this. How much risk do I want to take on this? Let's see. 86% chance I take it. 93 with the artillery. I'm going to take the risk, I think. We're going to attack that with 1 fighter. We can come into C-Zone 5. We got 5 there versus his 4. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 5 in here. Again versus his 4. So yeah, we're going to go for that. We're going to grab these 4. Well, we need 6 units in here, so there's my base buy. That'll give me 3 infantry for India, 6 for UK. I could buy a fighter bonus, but I actually think I like the idea of buying another we subtract 1 and give it a fighter, and subtract 1 and make it a tank. We can do an infantry fighter tank down here instead. And if we're sending 2 infantry, so we'll lose 1 infantry, we'll lose 1 artillery, we're going to gain a tank and a fighter. Yeah, I think we could go that route. We're gonna, because those can help get up to Kazan next turn better. There we go. I did goof this too, because I was thinking, my note here was think about building myself a bomber. I can get rid of it. Because I forgot to move my sub with the US last turn. I was going to bring my US sub into here, bring my UK sub into here. He's got one destroyer that could hit one or the other, and then he'd have a carrier, and I'd have a sub bomber, and then I had my bomber coming from potentially from this way, although I had to land him short. So I was looking to try and pressure him, but I forgot to move my US sub, and so now if I just use my UK sub, he'd just snipe him and kill him out. So we don't want to do that battle, though. We do want to disengage that. Oh, I gotta move him out. We'll just move him out down this way. Oh yes, that's right, I forgot about this whole thing. I believe I'm leaving my UK guy there. I need to double check this, especially since I'm on the verge of a Victory City loss if I'm not careful here. What was, so this is West USA J6. If he has 3 infantry, so that's a 9, plus 5 is a 14, plus 2 battleships and a carrier. I've got my 4 infantry, fighter, tank. He's got I didn't run the calculator to see if he actually forced it. He's got an 8% chance of taking West USA. I think I'm just going to leave that, because I believe 5 infantry up in West Canada was profitable for him. 6 made it iffy for him to do. Yep. Alright. So we're going to leave that guy up there. Going to offer him an 8% chance to win the game there. Well, you know what? 1, 2, 3. That guy can't hit. So we'd have 2, 3, fighter. He's got no bombers down here. 5 infantry is not bad. It's a 50-50. So you know what? I'm going to bring him down. I'm going to try to remember to bring him down on non-combat move. Because, yeah, 8% is a little bit risky when it comes to the game over. Just like I'm being a little overkill here. Oh boy. Here we go, cruiser. Come on, cruiser. What do I want to do here? I don't think I really want to waste a tank on Finland. He's been willing to trade Finland back and forth. I really don't want to waste, you know what we can do? We'll save the tank. And let's do this, just because I don't like my cruiser. They're sitting still. I think that's everybody. Everybody else is sitting still. Alright. Nothing crazy. course, since I sent an extra one, now the cruiser's going to hit. Cruisers. There you go. Oh, the extra guy was a waste. Oh well. Didn't need him. Oh crap. Don't do that. Please just get the hit here. Don't make me sweat this out. There we go. Amen to that. There we go. Nice. Destroyer, carrier, 2 fighters up there, 1 fighter coming that way, 1 tank coming up that way. I know what I was going to do. I was going to protect my bomber. Well, India should be good now, right? Fighters can't hit. Bomber can't hit because they got nowhere to land. So I should be good to take someone out of here, right? Let's see. So he's got 5 infantry, 1 artillery. We're going to be building a infantry, tank, and a fighter. Ooh, yes, I am going to go take care of that West USA before I forget it. I don't know how many times it's been that, you know, I've had it where Alaska will have no units in it from Japan, and I'll have a guy sitting here, I forget to move the American in there to just take the territory. Alright, so yeah, we can move. So we're going to have 4111. We can actually move an infantry and a tank back there, and so we're going to have 6 guys. He's going to have 6, but he's attacking 5-1. This guy 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't reach. These guys can't reach. That guy can't reach. So yeah, protect our bomber. Said it's been a while since I looked at this game. I forgot that the bomber's sitting there just with his fighters. They could just snipe it nice and easy. He still could, you know, but hopefully the AA in there persuades him otherwise. Alright, do we do all our non-combats? That looks like all our non-combats done. at this point in the game, when I've gotten past that 3-4, I'm actually 100% okay with giving up India when he decides he wants to do it, because normally they're wanting to push units this way, and especially since I'm stacking Kaza, he's got to keep pushing units this way. If he wants to turn around and take India and commit to it by dumping guys this way, so he does. I'll back out, but then he's going to be even longer until he can break Kaza then. So I will make it nice and lightly defended there. Alright. I'm going to take a look at my other game, prepare for recording it. Because I'm not even sure. I know supposedly I can stream and then cut it into a video, but I'm not that advanced yet. I'm just happy to have gotten this up and running for future planning events. Might use the Discord voice chat so people can hop in via voice. Let's see. I don't even remember what's going on in this game anymore. Thank you. Things are getting tight up here, aren't they? So I'm going to need to look to see if I can hold on. I do have my 7 infantry heading that way. That's right, he's the one that got a slow start with the whole Navy in this game. And so I've been using this to make him have to space his units out. I don't think we're going to bother taking a shot at just one transport against a cruiser. We've got some extra income coming through here. If I keep him here, that keeps Jay alive, so I can keep taking units. And he can't just blitz me, so we're just going to probably leave that guy there to be a plug to support Japan. One of those cases. It's like a brand new game I'm looking at here. So Japan's got the sub pinpointed. Oh, that's right. This is the game I left that open. I had to build the 2 stinking destroyers. That's right. Well, now he's got his bomber down here, so we gotta be mindful of that. $37, so we'll be able to build 12. We've got no threat on the med, so that's nice. So we'll be able to build just 12 straight up on these 2 guys. Any bombing raids? No, we're good there. So we'll be able to build our 12 infantry, maybe 1 artillery into these guys. 7 boats. 2 for UK. That's a lot staring down on France right now, so I'm going to have to either decide to abandon France or restack it and cut supplies heading to Karelia. We should be able to take both these fine, at least. So the question is, will we be able to hold Karelia another turn? Well, I kind of looks like unless I want to lose my Japan bomber, I had already decided I was going to hold Karelia another turn, so. So yeah, so we're going to have to build here. He doesn't have that much that can hit me. He does have 2 guys down here. We gotta watch that. No, you can only pick up 1 of them really to add into it. But that is, what, 13 units I can hit? 15 units? plus a cruiser. For US I can hit there, followed by 30 units of Russia. We're going to probably have to move all 7 of those guys in there. This is definitely a calculator one. Alright, let's see. Karelia. Oh, I got something saved in here. Karelia round 5. Oh, that was the one that just went by. So we're looking at rounds Russia 6. He now has 17 infantry, well 18, count him, 8 artillery, pair tanks, pair fighters staring down me. We have our 5 fighters, we still have our 8 tanks. If I pull these guys, if I pull more infantry coming up this way, I gotta watch out for giving up France for possibly getting stacked too, so I do need to keep an eye on. Again, he has 9, so 18 units he could drop. So I need to make sure I have at least 18, which we will, because we'll be building 10 there. We'll have these 11 guys, so yeah, we'll be fine. So back to Karelia. We will have our 8 tanks. We will have our artillery. 5 fighters. We need to prepare for a multi-wave attack. Really, UK's inconsequential because he just loses everything if we sent to him. So I'm not too worried about UK. It's the US-Russia punch. So US could send 6 infantry, 2 artillery, 5 fighters, and a cruiser. Russia's got that. That's not good. Hey now, you can't roll 2 defensive ones. Alright, so actually I might be in a little bit of trouble here. Oh wait, I haven't added the infantry for... Okay, I was like, whew, they're going to have a 91%, but I haven't added any of the infantry for Germany moving in there. Alright, we'll be okay. How many do we need? We're going to need probably at least the 5 in there, and we'll be good. My first ran, I was like, oh no, Karelia, we're in deep trouble with Karelia. That would still be a lot of loss to have a 40% chance, so yeah, we'll be alright there. We may be able to take a shot at Arch for a little extra income, just send 1 infantry. We got all these planes to use, might as well use them. So what about France? Can we still stack France? That's a big question. So we know Karelia is safe. We also got, I guess we do need to watch Berlin because he does have 4 transports there. So let's take a look at Berlin first. That'll be most important. And so let's see, that would be UK's little 1-1 because they do want to account for them taking a full shot. So they'll have 1 infantry, 1 tank, a cruiser, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Only 2 fighters can reach me because he's only got the 1 carrier. US though, they'll have 4 infantry, 4 artillery. Two fighters and a cruiser. So this is one of those ones that you look at it and I'm planning on, well, if UK hits. And I'm looking at UK hitting with infantry, artillery, 2 fighters, and a cruiser, but it may be better for odds UK. I would take Northwest Europe with that 1 transport, and that would free up 3 more fighters I could hit from US. So I think that's probably going to be the better route for them. But alright, we don't have any AA guns back there. How many infantry do we need to be safe? If we push all 7 guys, we could probably chip 1 or 2 fighters out of here back to Berlin. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Looking at 13 infantry, 2 fire. Oh no, that still gives them a good 80% shot. We don't want that. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to keep France stacked by any shape or form. And Karelia. This is one of those times I think it's Quentin always said, you know, as you get along in the game, you got to choose either you keep Karelia stacked or you keep France stacked. Don't think France is no longer viable since I already committed to stacking Karelia. Yeah, because we're going to need at least 15 infantry and 2 artillery in here, or 2 fighters, excuse me. So, although we will be able to move the AA back. That AA is just protecting these 7 from making it through. Oh, you know what? I just looked. He's got 3 transports here, but he's only got, you know, 3 attacking units now. He could pick up these 2. 5. So he's only got 12 units that actually can hit France. So maybe. Well, I'm going to take a look at that later. I think I'm going to call it a go for tonight. This is a good little test run. Yeah, book quitting is definitely the... I definitely study from him. It's funny, I think back, gosh, season 1, or even before even the had season, because both him and I were on here during, you know, the very get-go with a lot of people of Axis and Allies Online. And I won, gosh, I don't know, I won like 3 or 4 games. I played my first 3 or 4 games against humans, and I won them all. And I'm like, I was in Discord saying, yeah, I'm doing great. And so Quentin said, all right, well, let's play a game. So I played him. And the very first time I played him, at that point, I didn't realize that Northwest Europe was attached to C-Zone 8. So the very first move, I moved all my transports to 13, and he had fighters sitting on Northwest Europe. Did not put up a very good impression. But yeah, no, Quentin, obviously, he's one of those ones that, you know, when you talk about a true top 10, he's definitely one of the ones that's up there. But yeah, so thanks you two for popping in here. Like I said, it was good to know that I can confirm that things work. Now I know how to actually get it started up from the get-go. I think I'm gonna start playing around with setting a regular time and being a little more organized. Today was kind of just run it on there. Oh yeah. So, but yeah, no, I think I'm gonna call it a night tonight. I'll take this German turn probably tomorrow morning when I got coffee in me and I'm not sleeping through it. I'm kind of curious if I'll be able to stack France one more turn. It'll be very, very thin. But yeah, thank you guys, and keep an eye out. I think I will start trying to do a stream a little more regularly and get more advertisement, a little more time out there so people know it. But all right, y'all have a good weekend. Now comes the question: do I know how to turn this off? There we go.